What's going on, guys? Brought you out at the range today with me. Gonna swap out an Optic, and I wanted to show you what I'm swapping out. So this is one of my rifles that I have set up for a particular use, and it's got one of the primary arms MD25s with the Auto Live ACSS reticle on it. I absolutely love that optic. It's an awesome optic, and up until now it has absolutely been my hands down favorite for the money and the quality red dot optic. Even though I typically prefer primary arms prism optics simply because of eyesight and astigmatism, that one has worked great for what I needed to use it for. But I think it just got surpassed, and what it got surpassed with is the primary arms new MD21 GLx. Now, boy, the mosquitoes are tearing me up right now. So, what makes the GLx MD21, there's also an SLX version, worth replacing that? Well, there's only one thing about the MD25 that I like better than the MD21, and that is the 25mm optic instead of the 21mm optic. That's it. Everything else about this one I like better, including the fact that everything's more streamlined. You don't have all the knobs and everything protruding on it. Not that that's a big deal, but it's a plus where it's a plus. The battery life on here is still ridiculously good, but it's got solar panels on the top. If there is enough sunlight or ambient light, the solar panel turns the battery off, and it just runs. Oh, the target's falling over there. Thought somebody was behind me. It turns the battery off and just runs off of solar power, which saves your battery. If there's not enough sunlight, then the battery kicks back on and takes over. It also still has the Auto Live feature on it. Other feature that it's got is a selectable reticle. This one's got the ACSS. You can select from the standard ACSS, the horseshoe and chevron without the stadia, the chevron and stadia with no horseshoe, or just the chevron. So you get 4 different options. It's the same base as the MD21, which fits any like Aimpoint T1 micro bases. Anything for those will fit these. So whatever your favorite base is, it'll work. I like the primary arms factory ones. They work fine. But this gives me more options in the smaller package than the MD21 for all of its greatness. Again, the only downside being, MD25 for all of its greatness. Only difference being the MD21 is a little bit smaller field of view. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not really a big deal. So, I just thought I'd bring you guys along and show it to you. I'm going to get her swapped out real quick and get it zeroed, and then we will go from there. So stand by for a minute. By the way, I'm using some 55 grain Phoenix Arms ammunition. And whew, that barrel, man oh man, I still love that barrel. That's all 3 shots right there. Guys, you cannot ask for better than that out of a fighting rifle setup. That I will take that any day. I think we need to come down just a wee bit on our elevation, and we might be good. I'd like to see if I can zero this in under 12 rounds. We'll see. All right, so I made some adjustments. Put 3 more rounds through it, made 1 more adjustment, did 5 shots. I think I got it where we want her. We'll do 1 more 5-shot group real quick and see, but for that amount of rounds to get her re-zeroed, I will take it. All right. get a little more steadier. The shooting platform's getting a little rickety in case you ain't noticed. About time to rebuild it. Let's go take a look at that. Alright, so group, final 0. Yeah, that's 5 shots. I don't think I'm gonna complain about that. And we ain't gonna touch the scope no more. Have you guys ever had that experience where you're trying to zero something and you're getting it zeroed and you're like, you're right on it, and then you think, let me do one more click one way or the other just to see if I can tighten it up, and then all of a sudden just things go all kind of cattywampus on you. Yeah, when you get it real close like that, my experience, I've learned just to leave it alone. But I'll take that. Let's tell you what, I wasn't going to do it because I know this rifle's proven, but let's do our minute a man on the steel real quick. Alright, just for giggles, loaded up some 55 grain Fiocchi. Want to try the Fiocchi and see how it does, just for because reasons. So let's try the Fiocchi. Helps when you chamber around. Let's go take a look. Well, she appears to like the Fiocchi as well. Yep, we ain't gonna complain about that one iota. Alright, you guys know the drill. Minute a man on the 3/4 steel at 100. It is a fighting capable rifle by my criteria. So, we might fire two different tries. We'll try it once with the magnifier, of course, because reasons. So, see what the old shaky hands will do. Yeah, that's 2 hits. Let's try, I got an 8-inch plate down there. Let's try the 8-inch plate. That's a lot smaller. Alright, when I don't snatch the trigger, I can hit the 8-inch plate. Alright, back on the 3/4 steel without the magnifier. Well, that was the last round and it was a hit. So she's minute a man from 100. And as usual, that Phoenix Arms ammo continues to impress me. Phoenix, if you're listening, let's talk. Alright guys, we're back in the super secret bunker. And got some more coffee. As luck would have it, when I was wrapping up the video out at the range, the last segment that I recorded to wrap everything up, got some cool moving and shooting shots for you and made it look all kind of awesome and said everything I had to say. Got home and uploaded everything to the computer, and yeah, that last clip, it literally recorded right at 2 seconds. Enough of me turning on the camera and walking away from it, and then it just decided to randomly shut off for no apparent reason, and I have no idea why. So all that was lost. So in order to wrap up the video, we're going to take opportunity to do it right here. Obviously I won't be able to recreate the cool shooting and moving stuff, because well, obvious reasons. But this GLx MD21 from Primary Arms, if you are someone who prefers a projected reticle, optic, red dot, etc., over, say, something like a prism optic, which is my preference, for the arm prepared citizen, I really feel like this is the absolute best option on the market right now. When it comes to bang for your buck in terms of the price point, the features, the quality, etc., I don't think there's anything better on the market. This is an outstanding little optic. I think I pretty much covered everything in the opening part, but again, it uses T1 micro mounts. So, good Lord, there's Lord knows how many different companies making different mounts and stuff for these. Whatever your flavor is that you want to set it up, you can. Again, I've been running the Primary Arms factory mounts for a long time, and I have never had an issue with any of them. So again, bang for your buck for the arm prepared citizen, this optic has a lot going for it. Just to recap from the start, having the selectable reticles, having the already long battery life that it's got, coupled with the solar option on top that kicks on and overrides the battery when you're in the sunlight, so the battery's not even in use. All that together, man, with a couple of spare batteries, this thing could last you a ridiculously long time. Additionally, the ability to leave it turned on because it's got the shake awake technology in it where it shuts off when it doesn't move for a while and then comes on when you pick it back up. That's why I wanted it on this particular gun. Now, the MD25 that I did have on here, it had the shake awake as well. But that's one of the things I wanted, regardless of what optic I put on this gun, was the shake awake, because this gun has a very specific use in my lineup, my setup, and having the shake awake is something that I is in my criteria that I wanted for this setup. So I'm not really sure what else to say about them. These are just great optics. It's a great step forward, I think, for Primary Arms and what they're offering. Again, for the arm prepared citizen, I'm not sure what you could want for an optic that Primary Arms doesn't have an option for. All right, so there's that. I know somebody's going to ask. This particular little rifle is one that I built almost a year and a half ago now, using various parts that I grabbed and put together. The barrel in it is a 14.5-inch Roscoe barrel. It's a KK Industries handguard. Some various other parts. I forgot what bolt carrier group I've got in it. I'll have to go look. Not that it matters. That everything runs, and it runs great. I don't even know how many rounds I've got through it now. I try to rotate through and practice with all my primary go-to guns, and I don't keep track of round counts. I practice and train with them, and they just get shot. If I had to guess, I would say this particular one has probably got over 500 rounds on it, which I know is not a lot to some of you, but that's over 500 intentional practice and training rounds. So, you know, do with that what you will. Video's not about the gun though. I do need to do a follow-up video on this gun because I've been running it for a year and a half now, and feel like I need to kind of follow up on that and go over everything. So maybe we'll take it back out to the range with us on another day here soon, and go through it and break it down and explain all the parts and how it's doing and all that stuff and give you an update, but not for this video. Again, Primary Arms GLx MD21. If you want a red dot or projected red dot optic versus a prism, this is the, in my opinion, the ultimate for the armed prepared citizen. If you're doing stuff other than armed prepared citizen stuff, then you may have a different preference, whatever. You do you. But I would encourage you to check these out and not overlook them. I'll put a link in the description box. If you don't want to use that link, then just go to Primary Arms website on your own and look up GLx MD21. Simplest way to find them. As always, guys, if you don't get out and use your stuff and practice and train with it and run it, it's going to be of no use or value to you. So you got to get out and use it. Practice, train, practice some more. Do all that stuff. So, stop watching this video and go do it. And I will catch y'all on another one. See you later.